What's happening, fam? JT tapping in. J Tree tap rooting in. Yeah, we got tap roots. We could do this one on that. We can do this one on that today. Tap roots. Okay. I'm leaving my house. Dipping out. Oh. Spirit wants to touch me before I leave my house every time as I'm pulling out. So you start paying attention to the signs. It's funny, you know, there's stigmas attached to everything. Everything you think you know and are sure of, it's all based on stigmas. It's just how it is, man. It's all based on stigmas. You're stigmatted. You've been stigmatted. You stigmatted yourself out of the situation that you thought you was in. You're not even in it. It's time to turn it into a lituation, okay? Now, so, this life is what you make it, truly. And I know you've heard that before. So, you can call me a walking cliche all you want. Thing is, I'm grounded as a tree. I ain't going anywhere. So, even if a hater wants to come try to chop a homie down, I still ain't going anywhere, bro. Did you pull out every last one of my roots from the ground? Nah, you didn't. Right? So, man, you just got to wake up to the situation you in and realize it's so abundant with light, and it's a disgrace to not realize it. That's why negativity can creep in so easily, because you're ignoring the fact that there is so much light-coded information coming into your system. For one, you're not absorbing it, you're not noticing it, you're not letting it in, you're literally blocking it out. Your body could, for many reasons, your body couldn't even handle it at that time. If you're blocking it out, your body wouldn't even be able to handle it. All the information, all the frequency, all the light code, like, you wouldn't be able to decode it, you know what I mean? So even if your body was taking it on, which parts of it is, you may be applying some of it, none of it, all of it. If you're applying all of it, more is going to start to come through. So unless you're kind of seeing things how I'm seeing things, and what I'm saying makes 100,000 complete sense to you, and you're like, you already know everything I'm saying, then you completely get what I'm saying, and we're on the same page, and you're my tribal members. But if you don't, and you're like, what is this dude even talking about? Then it's obvious to everyone, hopefully yourself included, that if you're still listening to now, then we probably are of the same tribe, and I'm here to lift you up into mine, into our tribe. You just haven't gotten here yet. So, and you know, if you're still listening after you heard that, then it's true. If now you're not here anymore, then, you know, you just got weeded out, and that's good, because it, you know, we weren't for each other. Okay, so let me just get my cameraman right, as I'm driving, trying not to crash, but I also am my own videographer, so we're gonna get you dialed. So tapped in like a taproot. Okay, so I like to go by J Tree sometimes, you know. JT, what does the T stand for? What does the J stand? Everybody always asks. Well, I mean, it could stand for anything. Let's not put a homie in a box. So even saying tree is boxing me into something shaped like a tree and a box at the same time. But I came to circle the cube. So, you know, how many cubits are in a roundabout foot? No, but it's all about growth. You know what I mean? So how is a tree going to grow efficiently and at its best if the taproot is not tapped in? It doesn't even make sense. It's not the thing's going to die off. The tree's not going to make it. But as a human on the earth, above the in ground where the root system is, and seeing what's happening, you wouldn't know. Like, let's say just the taproot, something happened, the taproot couldn't get to water, some rot happened, whatever it was, the tree caught a disease, whatever it may be, which honestly, this is rare. Like once it has that taproot, I mean, it would take a lot. It would take some crazy stuff to make that tree just fall out, you know. So that's why I really love the tree. I've always looked at trees with tree envy. Honestly, since a kid, I remember being in elementary school, 2nd, 3rd, 4th grade, looking at the trees at recess, like, dang, this dude's got it made. He just gets to chill right there and meditate all day. Like, dude, I want that. I need that. Like, being in school, they're like teaching you gotta need stuff. Like, you gotta want stuff. Like, you gotta pay attention to what I'm saying in your face. Like, do I? I've been that philosopher this whole time, questioning everything. Like, I low-key, so that's the thing, right, about someone talking at you. It's like, how do you respect it? How do you trust it? How do you know? You know what I mean? I get it. That's what stopped me from making content for so long, but I'm done with that. You know what I mean? So it's just natural now. This is what I want to do. I'm already a walking piece of content. I might as well just, you know, do the filming part, and then now it's content. If I'm not filming it, it's not, it ain't, it's, you know, it's opportunity. It's opportunity content. It's opportunity to be content, but it's not until I film it. So, you know, it's just to show you, you know, there's lessons in everything. And if you could catch a story, wrap a story up and deliver lessons within that story, that's gold, you know. And I could teach you how to do that. I could teach you how to do so many things, you know. And I don't even know if you picked up the lesson in that story I just dropped quick, but, you know, it's there, man. There's lessons in everything. I could say one thing, one sentence, one way, and it mean 9 different things, at minimum. And those 9 different things could branch off and mean 9 different things. It's like, how many dimensions are there to one train of thought? How many dimensions are there to one statement? You know, like, think about how rappers rap. Like, they'll say one, like I just said, they'll say one sentence, one phrase. It mean 9 different things, and that links up with everything they say next or everything they already said. Those 9 different things. You know what I mean? And that's how you know it means those 9 different things. And also, some rappers are so underground with it, like, you gotta know, like, if you know the culture, you know how many different things they're actually accessing and talking about in one single flow, in one verse, one rap, one line. So, but it's just like, how much attention are you paying, you know? And everyone knows, whoever pays the best attention will pay the best. So, it's plain and simple, plain as day. If the correlations I'm saying don't make sense to you, please, by all means, drop something in the comments. But, you know, over here. So we're all so blessed to be here. This is heaven. Your mind is heaven. You can procure a heavenly mind state very easily. You know, the opposition wants you to think you can't, and that's fine. That's part of it. That's part of the game. It's supposed to be like that. You're supposed to think you're not the shit, or forget you're the shit, and then come back to it and realize you are, and move through all the traumas and the adversities and realize again that you are. That's the main foundational basis of the game that you're currently in, as well as some other things. But people always, I always hear people complain about adversities or things going the ways that they don't think they should. Literally anything, like politics, all of it. Their favorite sports team, the weather, like everything's on purpose, and you're deciding to react to something with negative energy. Either you're addicted to that negative energy, that anger, that feeling of that emotion. It creates adrenaline in you. That's where you get your adrenaline from. You're an extreme emotional athlete at that point. So it's really quite simple. It's emotional intelligence, paying attention, being so tapped in, so aware of your reactions to certain things. You're realizing, why are you actually reacting that way, choosing to do so, and how to essentially pull your perspective above you and above what's happening. Realize you are the higher perspective, the higher awareness of what's happening in your life. The physical body is just the one going through it, as you're the higher consciousness learning from it. So if you can have that stance, like your higher consciousness is like godlike, and you're observing and literally navigating your avatar, your physical avatar, through this realm, right? So now if you meditate enough, clear your traumas, clear your negative energies, like I can help you do, I will do for you the pieces spiritually that need to happen that are difficult for you to do. You can do the physical ones, and I'll show you how to do that. Hold your hand while you do that. It's very easy. We do this one-on-one. I'm not the type of situation where I have like a sales team doing this for me, or this is all me. So, and I can clear you energetically through this video. It's happening as you watch it. The light codes are into my verbal speech, and that's coming through to you. And so if we do get on a Zoom call, when we do get on a Zoom call, through your choice and your will, your choice only, we will be able to help you clear, help you cleanse of any traumas that you're holding on to. Okay, because there is no separation. It's part of how I'm able to do that, clear you energetically over a Zoom call without being in the room with you. Now, of course, if I'm in the room with you, we can do some much more powerful things, obviously. But there's many ways we can do it. We're not locked into just one way. Now, I got to get to my haircut. I'm walking in here. It's all love, baby. Much love. And we'll tap in soon. Hit that tap root. Bless up.